Does the look matter? For most, I would say yes. But I bet it is not the most important feature in anyone. There are different tastes. It doesn't define your value and it includes a lot. It's not just the negative thing. And these are the things we are gonna talk about today's episode. So in today's episode, I want to give you the right to play with your look, as well as to remind that in the end, it's just a look. Welcome to today's episode. I would say that we can't deny that the appearance has a role in our life. In a bit, I will tell you why I think it is an important thing in a way. But as mentioned before, it doesn't mean that it's the most important feature in anyone or it would define your value. And gotta say, there are so many different tastes. We like different things. But one thing I want to also remind is that it includes a lot. First, when we say that the look, does it matter? Maybe that brings to your mind how you have born. Like, what are the things you have already you can't change? The things that biology offer to you. But it's so much more, and I want to remind it can be a nice thing to play with. So what all it can include? For example, it can be seen from your eyes when you are excited. So that can be part of your look. So people are like, oh, that's the person when she smiles. She has this excitement in her eyes. She always looks like that when she gets excited. Or someone can admire how another person dances, so the movement. Or someone touches their hair in a certain way. So kind of how you appear in this world. And the thing you can play with can be, for example, clothing. Maybe to express your personality through your clothing. It doesn't need to be a thing that increases your pressure if you feel not to wear anything exciting on that day. That's fine. But it's also nice to remind yourself that that's your look. You are allowed to play with that. Express yourself with that. Alright, next we are going to talk why the look might be such an important thing when it comes to human beings. One of the most dominant senses in us is our sight. As an example, imagine a situation where you are really focused, maybe listening to music in a peaceful environment, and then out of nowhere, someone just appears to your visual field. Maybe they wave for you. Obviously, also the sounds has that similar effect that they take your attention. And this is because our senses are here to protect us, to make us survive. So we need to scan our environment all the time to pay attention what we see. Of course, the sense of sight has other roles too, like when we are learning things. So it's really important sense. And the point here is that as it is developed so strong dominant sense, I don't wonder we pay attention to all what we see. And the other point is that if we think the human space in this world, it's kind of beneficial that the human will exist, like from our point of view, that we will not disappear. So we need to think about animals' mating behavior. You may have seen these documentaries about different animals, for example, about birds, let's say so. So already there, the idea, of course, we are pretty far away from birds, but anyways, the idea is to get the attention from the opposite sex, to kind of attract. So in a way, when we think about human, making yourself more attractive may help you to get the attention from the other person. So I believe it's kind of coded into us. But what is favored and when? What kind of look is kind of preferred? Depends partly on power. Power in terms of control and money. I would say belonging is the highest need of human being. That we belong somewhere in some group. And this is really high need of human being. Meaning that this can be used to gain the power. And as appearance have a role in our natural behavior, as we talked previously, this is kind of easy to target. So if huge companies who are producing some clothes or some makeups or whatever related to appearance and they want to make money, that will not stop. They want to make money. So obviously that can have the influence what is favored and when. And this is super important to remember. So just a reminder, how you look doesn't define your value as a human being. It's just a part of us. And there are space, regardless of this power, for different types of appearances. We anyway look different, and it's beautiful. And from biological perspective, diversity is good for species. So now we understand that appearance has a role in our life, and sometimes it can be used for not the best purposes, to gain the power, but it's there and you're allowed to play with it. And it's sometimes really nice to get the comments about it, but not all type of comments are welcome. So next, let's talk about how to compliment one's appearance. Okay, so the thumb rule is, when complimenting anyone's appearance, preferably avoid commenting size. No matter if the intention is good. It's safer to not to comment the size, unless you are 150% sure that it is okay. I give you an example. This was already a little bit like thin line. Was it okay? At the gym, there was this one girl who was training really hard, and I already saw from the far away that she has really beautiful body, like really balanced what comes to muscles. And I have seen this person there quite often. I can notice for what she is training for. After the gym session, she was front of the mirror taking these selfies, and then I threw this comment about how her body looks really like trained in a balanced way. And I can see from the reaction that it was a positive comment. I have seen this person many times. I can imagine why she is there. She was taking the pictures, and after the comment, the reaction was positive. So I always give a space for the other reaction too. But I wouldn't do that if you are not 150% sure that it is okay. And from this example, I want to point out the space for discussion. That's the rule number 2. Because not everyone appreciates the comments about the look. And this is important to keep in your mind. So if you are giving a comment about the look, I will tell you in a bit the examples how you can do that. Remember that not everyone still likes those. So be ready to have the discussion. If someone says to you that, hey, I don't actually prefer comments about my look, you can reply that, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know that. How you would prefer me to compliment you. So make a question, make it a little bit lighter. It doesn't need to be like huge deal that this is dramatic. You are learning from each other. And the person might reply, actually, I like the comments about how you find my thoughts inspiring. And you can continue that, oh, I haven't even thought about this, but I actually like that too. So have space for these type of discussions. Okay, then the ways how to compliment. And tiny reminder, keep in mind that often the intention matters more than the words. I will give you an example about this. But first, some examples. What kind of comments are possible to make? You can say, I love your smile, or you look amazing today. Or commenting about outfit, like, that outfit suits you really well. Or that color makes your eyes so bright. Or something about hair, you can say, I like how you have done your hair. Or you can comment the physical reaction other person, like, your smile is breathtaking, or you blushing makes you irresistible. All these depends on the situation, what is kind of appropriate, what fits to the situation. So in the beginning, before these examples, I told you to keep in mind that the intention might matter more than the words. So let's use the sentence, you look amazing, and let's have 3 different intentions. First intention is just to give a compliment. No further thoughts, just giving it a compliment. Oh, you saw something great, and you will just give it and then continue your day. The second intention arises from jealousy, and the third one would be part of the flirting. So, you look amazing. With the first intention, just a comment. All right, I saw someone, then I'm like, oh, you look amazing today. That's it. The next one, from jealousy. You look amazing. And the third one, oh, you look amazing today. So you can play with your voice and it makes the difference what you are actually meaning with that sentence. Flirting process is a separate thing, but I would stay in a natural side. So just when you see something, give a compliment, be open for the discussion if other one doesn't prefer those, and let's make each other happy. And remember that look is just look. In the end, it's just how you look. There are so many other features in you. But at the same time, it's your amazing look. Your unique look you can play with. So express it in a level you feel comfortable with. And remember to compliment with a good intention, but with an open mind for the discussion. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. See you on next time. Bye!